Hi, thank you for watching my channel today. My name's Sarah and my channel is called Your True Shelf. Today I am doing one of the end of year videos that everybody on BookTube will be doing, but I love watching. And that is my end of year statistics and how I did with my reading goals for 2019. Depending on how long that will take, I will either do my reading goals for 2020 in this video, or I will do an extra video following on from this. I'll also obviously be doing a separate video on my best books of the year for 2019. So now this may change very slightly because today it's the 28th of December. I'm going to finish another book over the next day hopefully, and then I may even finish another one before then. So this is kind of obviously give or take one or two books. So total books for the year. So I wanted to read 50 books this year, and so far I'm on 56, and hopefully I'll be on 57 or 58 by the end of the year. And then this is made up of 37 women, 18 men and 1 non-binary author. So that's pretty similar to last year. I tend to, not by consciously choosing to, but I tend to obviously read more women in books. Then I also read, so of the books that I read, 19% were by people of colour, and the other 81% was by people who are white. So obviously, that's not very good balance. I think it's improvement to last year, but still not as diverse as I would wish. So that's another thing to work on for next year. In terms of the location of the authors, so I had 35 authors from the UK, 13 from America, 4 from Ireland, 1 from Germany and 3 from Nigeria. And I had 11 of the 56 were LGBTQ plus books. So that is the kind of statistics in terms of breakdown of, geographical location, gender, race, that kind of thing. And then this, by the way, I forgot to say at the beginning, all of the data that I've pulled for this was thank you to Portal in the Pages, Sophie. He does a spreadsheet every year which helps you record all of your reading for the year, and it makes it all into statistics for you. I'll put a link to the video she did about this last year, but I'm sure she may well do another one for 2020. So I just want to say obviously a big thank you to her for doing the work. So it also tells you of the books that you read, who was a new author. So actually I read 42 new authors this year, which I was quite pleased about that. It's really nice to broaden your reading taste and horizon, so that was cool. And then in terms of the age range of the books, so 49 adult books, 4 YA and 3 children's books, which I actually thought I read more YA and children's books now. I went through and double checked, but that was actually correct. And then finally, where did my books come from? So I didn't actually, because I filled a lot of the spreadsheet in retrospectively, I didn't keep a record of my book buying for the year, which is probably a good thing. It's probably be a bit scary. But so I read 23 books off my TBR, which isn't great. I read 18 library books. I listened to 4 audiobooks. I read 4 ebooks, and I read 7 of the books that I purchased new this year. So again, library books I obviously read loads, which is awesome, and I love supporting my library, but it also means I haven't cleared any off my own personal list. So the fact that of all the books I bought last year, which must have been over 100, then I only read 7 of them. That's really disappointing. And it's also disappointing I only read 23 off my TBR, I think. So yeah, I have this weird thing where I buy a book and I'm really excited about it, and then I really just want to pick it up and read it right away, and then for some reason I think, no, you can't, because you've got loads of other books which have been waiting for way longer, and you've had some of these books for years. You should read those books first. So then I put my new book that I was really excited about on my shelf, and then it ends up not being so exciting anymore a few months, years later down the line. So I want to get better at reading books as I buy them when I'm really excited about them. Does anyone else do that? And then I read 41 of them were fiction and 14 were non-fiction, which more fiction than normal. Like often there's more of a sort of, I'd say, greater percentage of non-fiction normally. So that was kind of my stats, which I hope that worked okay. I don't want to like make loads of charts to ping up everywhere because I think that would just take too much time that I don't have. So yeah, that was my stats. But I'd really interested to hear anyone else's, or link me to your videos if you've made a statistics video. So now I'm going to move on to what my goals were for 2019. So my first goal was to read 50 books. So as I've said, I already smashed that, which is well, not smashed it, but I achieved it, which is really good. My second goal was to buy secondhand books unless I had either money or vouchers as a gift to go and buy new books. I think I did stick to that. Like I bought the odd book, which was new. Like I bought Adam Kay's book. I pre-ordered Joanna Cannon's book, Breaking and Mending. I bought my friend Bert's poetry collection. What else? Maybe the odd book that I bought new, but otherwise everything I bought new was when I got given a voucher or something, and then I just like went into local bookshop and bought stuff, which was really lovely. And I got some gifts from people which were new books as well, so I had a really nice mix. But I still love going into secondhand bookshops the best, and you know, having a rummage through what they've got and getting some bargains. I still love doing that. So yeah, I achieved that one. Goal number 3, read more of my 2011 TBR. So I went through my Goodreads yesterday to have a look what if I did. I read 4 of my 2011 TBR and I have 21 left. So I didn't do great. I did read some, but I think I just really need to be more aware. So I'm kind of saying the opposite of what I just said. Part of me wants to get rid of some of the really old books, and I really don't like giving away books before I've read them because I got them for a reason. And part of me just wants to read all my new books. So it's like a dichotomy. So I didn't really achieve that one, I do think. Next one was new bookcases. Yes, I did. I did get new bookcases with my birthday money, and I still haven't done a video showing it. I mean, obviously you can see behind me, my bookcases are white now. I have space. Look at this. I have space for new books. This is here. Hold on. Here. This is like my husband's tiny collection of books. So he has space now. Not much space. Not allowed anymore. Yeah, so that's really good. I'm really pleased with them. They look much nicer in this room because the house is quite white, and my old house was quite wooden, and now this matches a lot better. So I really like that. So that's really good. I wanted to read 50% of my backlist, and I read 42% of my backlist, which actually, if you put it as a percent, it's not that bad, but I would like that to be higher. Goal number 6 from last year was more genre fiction, so more romance, more poetry, more fantasy, or try fantasy, should I say. So romance I did. I mean, I used to be embarrassed about liking romance, and I used to be kind of like, oh, better not tell anyone, but I don't really want to talk about it, it's a bit embarrassing. Now I don't care less. Like, I've seen lots of other people on BookTube talking about how much they love romance or other genres, and I really couldn't give a stuff now. Like, I'm just happy with reading whatever I'm reading, and you know, I don't want to read everything that other booktubers put on there, but I'm still quite happy for them to talk about it. Ooh, hello. Yeah, I really don't. I just want to read what I want to read, and you know, I'm sure people don't mind me talking about books that I don't into, because I don't mind other people doing the same. Poetry. So I am currently reading Hey Bert by Roberto Pastore, which I mentioned earlier, and I'm really enjoying that. That is my first poetry collection of the year, and I will link that book down below. Bert is my friend, as I said, and I wanted, so sort of linking on from that, I have 2 poetry books by Bryan Adams that I wanted to read this year, and I haven't done this because whilst I have always been a really big Bryan Adams fan and had seen him live and everything, there was a lot of bad stuff that went down with him this year, which I'm not going to discuss, but you can look it up yourself, and it's made me very conflicted as to whether I can still read his stuff, and so I've just kind of shelved it at the moment and haven't done that. So the next goal I had was that I picked 3 authors whose books I have multiple copies of and who I have never read before, and I wanted to try all 3 authors. So the first one was Sarah Moss, and I have not tried any Sarah Moss. The second one was Sarah Waters, who I tried. I read The Night Watch. I absolutely loved it, and I'm definitely going to be reading more Sarah Waters because I loved her work. And the third one was Maggie O'Farrell, and again I didn't read any Maggie O'Farrell books, so fail on 2 of those. And then the last goal was to read by Whim, which I feel like I did in places. So I was desperate to read by Whim at some points in the last year because I was doing things that I'd already made commitments to, or I had library books that I needed to return, or some books I'd ordered from the library all turned up at once and I had to read those, and I really maybe wasn't necessarily in the mood for them right now. I did some buddy reads, which I love doing, but some of the time I really wanted to just read by Whim, and I, for various reasons, couldn't. So I'd say I sort of achieved that goal. So of all the goals I had, so I had 9, let me just go back, I would say I achieved reading more than 50 books, buying secondhand, new bookcases, reading more romance, reading Sarah Waters. Yeah, so I think I did like 6. That's pretty good. So yeah, this video has gone on to 13 minutes, so I'm not going to discuss my goals for 2020 now. I'm going to make another video for that, and yeah, possibly combine it with my favourite books of the year. Who knows? We will see. Anyhow, waffle, waffle, waffle. Yeah, like I said, tell me if you've made a video similar, because I love watching other people's statistics and hearing about their goals, and feel free to tell me about yours, or to comment and link yours down below. I hope you're having a wonderful Christmas period, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.